Thank you for the opportunity once again to hear from me and my colleagues regarding Sheba. I personally thank each one of you for giving this matter space on your agenda this morning, especially since I know that this is not the typical way things come to your attention. Most people would agree that public outcry should not be the way county board agendas are built or how a board should learn of issues in county departments or in litigation. But maybe this issue provides an example of why it is sometimes. At the same time, we also realize that if the board isn't provided information internally, that it cannot provide management, oversight, or otherwise provide its supervisory prerogatives. Perhaps it's what our forefathers had in mind when they crafted the First Amendment to the Constitution that states the people have the right to petition the government for redress of grievances. Perhaps so we did, and you listened, and thank you. Expert tells us that Sheba, as an 11-year-old large dog, is likely to be suffering from a variety of both physical and mental health issues for over 14 months of isolation and confinement in a facility which is not suited for long-term confinement, according to the University of California Irvine School of Veterinary Medicine Shelter Medicine Program. They believe her needs should have immediate attention, and as I personally promised you earlier, those rehabilitation services are waiting for her the minute that she is released. But Sheba's current health care needs paramount. All those closely aligned with saving Sheba hope this can be achieved without undue delay. Likewise, I have been promised by those officially representing Sheba and Mr. Sanchez that they will and have been highly responsive in addressing any unresolved clarifications or issues related to the release agreement. Thank you again for your time and for your attention. We truly, truly appreciate it.
Thank you for your comments.
Hello, Laura Jones here from All About the Animals. We're an animal welfare group that fundraises for the small independent rescue groups in California and beyond. I'm here today. Firstly, I wanted to say it's music to my ears to hear that you'll be reviewing policy as a result of Sheba's case. So very much appreciate that. Did want to comment that I have noticed that your policies don't differentiate between attacking animals and attacking humans. Sheba only attacked a dog, yet has been branded vicious and has been unable to have human contact when actually it was a dog that she bit. So I think that's perhaps something to take some regard to when you do that review. Secondly, I wanted to let you know that in my opinion, and as I said, I work with a lot of rescue groups, I have noticed that there is a reputation for divorce shelter as being a callous shelter in terms of how it treats its animals and how it deals with rescue groups. It does have that reputation, unfortunately, and I wanted to share an example from when we actually donated 200 blankets to divorce shelter last winter. A couple of weeks later, I returned with some Petco donations because they partnered with us on a set of donations to multiple shelters, and we donated around over 1,000 blankets. All of the other shelters used the blankets. Devore did not use our blankets, our 200 blankets that we donated. I asked the shelter manager why this was the case, and I was told that they didn't use them on a widespread basis. It was just very select dogs that got to use the blankets. And I was told that their concern is if the dogs were to chew the blankets, they would have to euthanize them. That was the exact terminology used by the shelter manager, which is quite concerning, I would say. So I assert that there's a cultural, systemic issue of a lack of compassion at divorce shelter, and it expands far beyond Sheba's case. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Melissa Parker, and then Whitney Smith.